India's Covid catastrophe. It's feared the real death toll is a lot higher than the official count, and people are dying without access to medical supplies or treatment.
Please, I just need one bed for her. You told me that, that there is a bed. You told me on a helpline number.
There is mounting evidence India has been underreporting the number of deaths from Covid-19. Some sources suggest the death toll in Delhi could be double the official figures. In Brazil, almost 400,000 people have died because of the coronavirus. Now, President Bolsonaro is under formal investigation for his handling of the pandemic.
The damage could be very serious. It could potentially recommend impeachment. It could recommend criminal charges even against the president.
The US changes its advice on masks. Americans fully vaccinated against the coronavirus will no longer be obliged to wear face masks outdoors. And a look at the future of large public gatherings. Spanish event organisers say they've held a successful test indoor concert in Barcelona.
Researchers in Spain say they found no sign of higher levels of infection among people who attended a large test concert last month. 5,000 music fans took part in the experiment after having previously tested negative for Covid-19. Audience members wore masks but did not have to socially distance. 6 people tested positive after the gig, but 4 were found to have been infected elsewhere.
Somalia's President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo has backed down from his attempts to extend his tenure for a further 2 years. Instead, he's called for new presidential elections. Civilians have been fleeing the capital, Mogadishu, as violence between soldiers supporting and opposing the president increased. There have been fears as well that Al-Shabaab Islamist militants might exploit the vacuum in the security there. The BBC understands that at least 3/4 of the Democratic Unionist members of the Northern Ireland Assembly and half of their 8 MPs have signed a motion of no confidence in their party leader, Arlene Foster. Now, she's led the DUP and been Northern Ireland's First Minister for more than 5 years now. Hong Kong's public broadcaster says the territory's chief executive, Carrie Lam, will present her own programme about recent changes to the electoral system. There are expected to be some 40 episodes of the Chinese language show that will feature Ms. Lam speaking to guests about the controversial changes imposed by China. Now, lawyers for the family of Andrew Brown Jr., a black man shot dead by police in North Carolina, have been giving details about how he died. There have been 6 nights of protests in Elizabeth City. That's prompted officials to impose a dusk-to-dawn curfew. The FBI has launched an investigation. 7 deputies have been placed on administrative leave. The Browns' family lawyers say an independent autopsy shows that he died from a shot to the back of his head.
This, in fact, was a fatal wound to the back of Mr. Brown's head as he was leaving the site, trying to evade being shot at by these particular law enforcement officers who we believe did nothing but a straight-out execution.